At some point, some, corrupted adult like us, like me, or whatever, comes along and says, no, you can't, you can't enjoy your life. Like that's kids play. They you're a baby, you're a kid. You're like, oh, I got a whole day today. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna watch cartoons from 8 to 10. I remember talking to our youngest one time, and her and her little best friend, they had a whole agenda of what they were gonna do that day. They were like, okay, so from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, we're gonna watch cartoons. 10 to 11, we're going to ride our bikes to Pops. And I'm like, what's Pops? They're like, that's the store around the corner. And then from 11 to 12, we're going to go to Jenny's house. Like they had a whole little plan. And then they're like, from 12 to 1, we're going to have a picnic. And so as a kid, you're kind of, you start life believing that your time belongs to you. And then at some point, some, corrupted adult like us, like me, or whatever, comes along and says, no, you can't enjoy your life. Like that's kids play. That's what children do. Like now you got to suffer like the rest of us, right? Now you got to hate your life. You got to give all your time away to some corporation, whatever. And then that's what happens to people, I think. But I think if you start off kids with the belief that, look, your time belongs to you until you start selling it, and when you sell it, you better make sure you're getting what you're worth. Then I think that's a more protective approach. Remember, wealth, time is literally one of the most powerful forms of wealth that there is. So what happens is when I think about it, I say, gosh, we are so quick to give our time away, because part of the reason you give it away is because you feel like you have to, but also part of the reason you give it away is because you feel like it has no value. That's I think that's the trick, right? So if you value your time and you understand, which is really not even just an economic exercise, it's really a self-esteem exercise. And let me explain this.